So this is exercise 5.7 about modal auxiliaries. And I decided to do just this one because I think it's most difficult with phrasal grammar to try and figure out what the difference is between epistemic grammatical constructions and epistemic modals and modals that have deontic meaning, right? So our distinctions are between epistemic and deontic meanings. An epistemic has the Greek root for memory, or for not for memory, I apologize, for knowledge within it. So something that is an epistememe is something that is known, right? So epistemic modal auxiliaries tell us something about what is necessary or possible given known facts or conditions, while deontic forms have to do with expressing obligation or permission. So when we have a form like a sentence like this one, I must start doing yoga, right? That one is a little bit difficult to interpret, but I would describe this as a deontic construction because it has to do with an obligation to oneself. Now this is in contrast to the sentence that follows. Look at her touch her toes. She must be doing yoga regularly. Right? This one has to do with epistemic judgments. Right? So given the known facts that she's able to touch her toes, she must be doing yoga regularly. Any kind of future tense, I will start doing yoga, has to do with deontic meaning. Right? So if one has an obligation to do something, that is a deontic meaning. She can do yoga. Well, this one's a little tough. We're having trouble in our language right now with the form can. So if we interpret this sentence, she can do yoga, and we can say because her mother said she could, well, that would be a deontic meaning. If she can do yoga and she is able to, and we know that, that would be an epistemic meaning. She can't do yoga tomorrow. Well, that is something that is an example of epistemic meaning, right? She can't do yoga because she has some kind of conflict. Yoga should be good for you. Well, I don't even know necessarily how we should interpret this. Perhaps given known facts, right, that flexibility is good for us, then we can interpret it as epistemic. Not all distinctions between these categories are going to be absolutely apparent. The yoga class should be happening tomorrow at 5 p.m. Well, there is a way in which this is clearly deontic, right? Because the yoga class should be happening because they have an obligation to begin at that time. At the same time, given known facts that it's always happened at 5 p.m., we can interpret it as epistemic. If he doesn't want to get injured, he should do yoga. Well, that sounds more epistemic, right? That this is based on a belief. Why did I just put in a D then? Sorry. Epistemic. He shouldn't be doing yoga with the flu is about obligation, permission, or necessity, right? He shouldn't be doing yoga with the flu means that he is violating some kind of norm by doing it. He must not have been doing yoga right to have twisted his neck like that. Well, that sounds more like an epistemic claim about the nature of reality, of known facts. He may go see a doctor about his neck, right? That could be either epistemic, right? Given what we know about his neck, he may go to see the doctor. It also may be a deontic meaning. He may go to see the doctor about his neck because his health insurance will cover it. May we please have an example sentence that does not involve yoga? Well, that is clearly a deontic meeting because they did not give us permission to talk about modals outside of the nature of yoga.